Since it happened first in Leicester back in June, extra restrictions have been placed on local area after local area to combat the pandemic, to the point where now the UK resembles a patchwork, where nearly 1 in 4 of the population must obey different laws, rules and guidance.
Prime Minister, are we at a turning point?
Wearing a face covering for the car journey, the Prime Minister set off for Parliament. But even before he had to face questions, he'd been roasted by the Speaker, who said the way the government had bypassed MPs on handling the pandemic was unacceptable.
I am looking to the government to remedy a situation I regard as completely unsatisfactory. I now look to the government to rebuild the trust with this House and not treat it with the contempt that it has shown.
The leader of the opposition then, perhaps inevitably, homed in on Boris Johnson's confusion yesterday.
If the Prime Minister doesn't understand the rules and his own council leaders are complaining about mixed messages, how does the Prime Minister expect the rest of the country to understand and follow the rules?
I think people do understand why we're doing that. I think people too do get it. I think people want us to defeat this virus and they want to see us doing it together.
Meanwhile, the Chief Whip was working to head off a revolt by some Tory MPs.
The old MPs yet? We're meeting them later.
And that meeting apparently worked, as the Health Secretary later announced this concession on future national virus decisions.
Wherever possible, we will hold votes before such regulations come into force. But of course, responding to the virus means that the government must act with speed when required, and we cannot hold up urgent regulations which are needed to control the virus and save lives.
The Prime Minister returned to Downing Street apparently with his powers intact to deal with what he called today a serious and growing resurgence of the virus. Andy Bell, 5 News.